Hello, active and attractive community. How are you guys feeling today? Welcome to another Thursday Live here inside of our community where we are having conversations around world building, building your world, stepping into leadership, stepping into health, living life your way. Because as a female leader, as a visionary, as a creative, as someone who knows that she's here to make a change in the world, I know that it is so important that you not only pursue your goals, you reach those goals, but you do that in a way that feels good for you. So I want to just welcome you to our lives today because today is going to be one of simplicity. We're going to keep it really light today. Over the last 7-8 months, we've been going really strong here inside of our group. Every Thursday, we're doing a conversation around how to build your world. What is world building in the first place? What does it mean to be a woman with presence? How do you carry health next to owning and honoring your identity? How do you become visible and allow yourself to be seen by hundreds, if not thousands of people in a way that feels good for you? And remaining consistent in your message, sharing your message, knowing your message, loving your message. We've been doing so many different things, and we're about to pivot and transition into the new month of June as we move into our third pillar. Every video we've done up until this point stacks on top of one another, but before we pivot, I really want to take some time to just sit back and celebrate where we are right now. Last week, we talked about the feeling of consistency. All throughout May, we've been talking about what is consistency? What does the pace of consistency feel like? What does it mean to be consistent in the first place? How does that play into you being visible, allowing your clients to see you, allowing people to see your work, allowing people to hear your voice, allowing people to see your art? When we allow ourselves to be seen, it's all one part of a many piece equation. And I really believe that a lot of women, a lot of leaders ask themselves or ask the universe, hey, I want more people to see me. I want to be more successful in my business. I want to make more money. I want to increase impact. I want to have a further reach. I want to be more effective in my messaging. I want to be more effective in my copy. I want to translate what I write and create that and translate that into sales. I want to see more people get results. I want to see the world become a better place. There's so many different things that we want for ourselves, for our business, for our environment, for the world around us. And over the last 8 months, we have step by step built you up to being comfortable with not only knowing who you are, but feeling comfortable being seen. It's a journey to allow yourself to be seen. It's a journey to allow yourself to be visible. And every step of the way matters in order to make that visibility feel effortless. Anybody that works with me or anybody inside of the active and attractive world knows that our number one intention here is that you get and have everything you want. But we're only going to do it in a way that honors you and it honors your health. I never want to see you get to a place that's so burnt out that you don't have the motivation to go again tomorrow. I never want to see you feel so scarred or so afraid that you're taking steps that are much bigger than your nervous system feels comfortable for. When you walk yourself into your greatness, there has to be a strategy. There has to be an intentionality around making sure that you are choosing you, but you're also biting off as much as you can chew. And when we're looking at how can we expand you as a leader, how can we grow your business? How can we make sure that you're healthy in your body and your mind and your soul? There's a lot of questions and a lot of variables we want to check in with first before we can really get to a place of confident, effortless impact. So, like I said, next month, the next few months, we're going to lean into the conversations around impact. This is the point where people interact with you and they want to buy from you. This is the point where people interact with you and they transform their lives just like that. When you reach a state of impact, it's because you have a strong presence and you're willing to be visible. These are the 3 pillars of leadership. And as you define yourself, you love yourself so much that you're ready to feel visible. That's the point where You stay consistent enough in being visible that people want to work with you. So as we're going into the next phase of this journey, I want to take a pause and just lean into what we talked about last week, which is the feeling of consistency. If you've been watching all of the videos since we began back in, I think it was back in October, November, if you've been watching our entire video series, you've shown up for every single week, you've watched all the replays, you've gone back and watched and rewatched and watched and rewatched, whatever you have done to be consistent with showing up here. I can tell you, for me, showing up here to be consistent with you, what I've learned is that what's so exciting about showing up is knowing that there gets to be a satisfaction of completion on the other side. Satisfaction of completion. The satisfaction for me is, I got the words out there. The satisfaction for me is, ooh, I said that the way I really wanted to say it. The satisfaction for me was, oh my God, look at the comments. Look at what women are saying. Look at how they're leading themselves. Look at how they're engaging with themselves. This is transformation in action. Experiencing the confirmation that the effort that I've put in is working and that it feels good to me is what I feel so proud of. And it's allowed me to show up again and 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 again. I don't even know how many weeks is from now since October, but all I know is that we haven't stopped. We have not stopped. Not one week have we missed something. Every single week we show up. The feeling of consistency, that feeling that you crave, the one that keeps you coming back for more, is the feeling of, I am so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. And whether or not it got the result that you had truly hoped for, the full result, that part doesn't matter. It's the pride in your action that gets you to become the woman that shows up no matter what things look like, no matter what results you get. No matter what people say, no matter any negative comments, any positive comments, it doesn't matter what people say. When you feel proud of what you've done, this is what allows you to actually step into consistency over and over and over and over again. Now, pride doesn't get the best rap. It's not something that people are really comfortable doing. It's not something that we're taught to be okay with. We don't want to be proud. We want to be humble. We want to make sure that we keep ourselves a little bit smaller so that we're not boasting, we're not bragging, we're not being too big to outshine other people. I'm here to say, pride is going to be your greatest portal into showing up in your truth, in your purpose, in your light, and in your love. Love goes both ways. Love goes both ways. We always think that love is about loving outwards. It's putting love outwards, feeding love into things, feeding love into people. And that is so much of the equation. But true love, the deepest love, is the love that is given to others. But it's also equally reciprocated. That what we give to others is also given back to ourselves. It's that equal and opposite action and reaction idea. As much as I love you, I love myself. As much as I love what I'm experiencing, I love that I've put myself in this position. As much as I love this person, I love myself for the same reasons. When we can love outward while also loving inward, this is where we never step into a place of dis-ease and of unhealthiness, because our consistency comes from that gratitude feeling, not that we get from other people, but that we get from ourselves. So pride is a portal into success. Pride is a portal of love. It's this feeling of, oh my God. But what do we do with all that feeling? What do we do with all that energy? It's like, oh my gosh, okay, if I can get behind, Sammy, this idea of celebrating myself, of being proud of myself, of letting myself acknowledge my accomplishments, if I can get behind that, and that's going to lead me to more success, what does that look like? Pride, the portal of it, looks like celebration. The portal of pride looks like celebrating yourself. Taking a moment in your journey. You've gone a long way. You are here today. You're here right now in this moment. You have gotten to where you are. Whether you're all the way to the end of the road or you're only halfway there, you have gotten to this point in your journey and you are here. You're standing here right now. Do you celebrate? And take a moment to look back and say, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I've made it. I'm right here. I've done it. I've done it. This moment of celebration is the number one thing I see women skip. And it costs them every step they've taken on their journey up until that point. It costs them. Because pride and celebration is an acknowledgement of the past steps and accomplishments that have already been completed. It's not a wish for the future. It's not a I'm still not there yet. It's a this is where I'm standing. In my storyline right now, I woke up today and this is where I'm at. This is where I am standing. And I want to honor that. Celebration is the path of honor. And I'm going to share with you my definition of honor. I've heard this from one of my mentors and I cannot let it go. It's the most powerful concept to me that I love walking with. And when you hear me say honor, this is what I mean. Honor, to honor someone or something, is when someone walks into a room and they step through the doors and you see them. The first step of honor is to first acknowledge them. Hey, Joe. Hey, I see you. I was facing this way. You walked in. I noticed you. I see you. I want to acknowledge you. Your presence, the fact that you're here, the fact that we want to welcome you in. I honor you by stepping in. I acknowledge you. But honor doesn't stop there. That's acknowledgement. Honor is acknowledgement plus speaking something great about who it is or what it is that you're looking at. When you acknowledge something's presence, when you acknowledge Joe for walking in the room, saying something like, hey man, I love the way you smile. I love the fact that you made it here. I love your style. It lights me up. It really is inspiring. I don't know what it is. Hey man, you look like you slept well. How have you been? Honor is not just saying hi and then turning away. Honor requires intentionality. It requires that slow belief of, or that slow thought process of, what am I seeing here? It's saying, hey, I see you and this is what I appreciate about you. Imagine how Joe would feel when he's not just welcomed and then turned his back on, but he's welcomed with an announcement of the greatness that he carries. Imagine if you walked into a room and someone said something about you that you didn't realize people were noticing. Would you feel honored? Honor does not go as far as just people. Honor is honoring your home. You can honor your home. You can honor your car. You can honor your spouse. You can honor your backyard. You can honor your favorite place in your room. You can honor the blankets that you have, the coziness of your bed. You can honor your health. You can honor your hair. You can honor the clothes that you wear. You can honor your relationships. You can honor the people that are working on your team and your business. You can honor the people that are watching you and here with you live right now. You can honor anything that you see. You don't just see it and turn away. You don't just see that you're here today and awake. You see that you're awake and alive, and you find one thing, anything that you can announce and speak of what is great. That's celebration. That's celebration. It costs women all of the work that they've put in. They don't see results in their health. They don't see a progress in their business. They see clients coming in and then leaving. They see things falling apart in their lives. They feel like things just can't compound in their lives because they see what they have, but they won't stop and celebrate it. Celebration is an extension of that pride we talked about last week. It's this feeling of, I'm so proud that I pushed myself. I'm so proud that I showed up anyways. I'm so proud that I met these people. I'm so proud that I opened my mouth. I'm so proud. And for that, I'm going to step into honor. I'm going to celebrate what I'm proud of by acknowledging that it's here, by acknowledging that I'm here. I'm going to acknowledge these bits and then spend some time speaking about the great bits that are right here in my hands. Because I honor what's precious to me. I want to speak to what is precious to me. I want it or them or that person to know that they are special to me. I want to remember that the work I put into this moment right now is special to me. How do I know it's special? By speaking what is special about it. That's celebration. It's what we throw parties for. When it's your birthday, I don't want to just celebrate you and acknowledge you and then leave your party. I want to sit and I want to reminisce. I want to talk about what we did this year. I want to remind you of the things that you've overcome. I want to speak to the parts of you that have not left. I want to acknowledge the things that you've let go. I want to speak your greatness so that when you move into this new year, you do not forget who you are and where you've come from and what you've allowed yourself to become. Pride, celebration, and honor are the foundation of what keeps you up. Because if you want to grow and you want to see change stay in your life, creating milestones where you stop and you celebrate and you take time to see yourself, this is what's going to allow you to wake up the next day and say, all right, what's on my plate today? I'm ready. I'm going to go after something even bigger. If I could do what I did last week, last year, last season, if I can do that, what can I do this time? This is where courage, light, love, joy, willingness, all of the higher vibration emotions, this is where it comes from. It stands on top of pride. I want this for you. I want this for us. I want this for us. And so today's live, I want to spend just a little time with you celebrating. I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge me. I want to acknowledge us as a community. I want to feel the gratitude. I used to hate that feeling, feel gratitude. I didn't understand what that means. But when I start speaking about what I like in something or someone, can I tell you that gratitude feeling is right there. I'm like, oh, it's honor. Honor is that word. Ladies, what we have done here together is absolutely magical. What we've done here together is absolutely magical. We don't have to be here right now. There's so many other things we could be doing on the internet. There's so many other things we could be doing in our day. But right now we are focused on deciding, what does it look like to bring health into your life as a leader? And let's explore concepts that are outside of just push-ups and macros. What does it look like to build your character? What does it look like to address you as a leader? What does it look like to have an expectation that you deserve to feel good in your pursuit of building the greatest vision you've ever had? What does it look like to be in community? We have shown up here every week for the last 7 months. Some of you guys have joined me in different coaching programs. Some of you guys have joined me in free challenges or master classes. We've talked about world building, building your world, finding your identity and living from that space. We've talked about health and what it looks like to take care of your body, your mindset, your social life, your business. We've talked about health in so many different ways. We've talked about your presence, that aura that you carry, that unique thing that you walk around with. It speaks for you before you ever open your mouth. We've talked about visibility, you being visible, being willing to be seen. Your message is something that is so potent that we need to hear it. We need to hear it the way you say it. The world needs to hear it the way that you say it. And we've talked about consistency, being consistent, showing up no matter what things look like, but finding your style of consistency. We've built worlds. We've broken off old beliefs. We've run through different experiences of defining goals and setting big vision and breaking it down into small, tangible action. All of that is still here inside of that group, and we have come together weekly to create this. What's so wild to me in speaking about and acknowledging and speaking on the greatness of what we've built together, it is just so beautiful to me that this is only the beginning. We're just getting started. I know so many of you guys are diligently working on your health. You are learning about nutrition with me. You're learning about how to exercise consistently. You're walking every day. You're squatting. You're strength training. You're finding all types of modalities, fasting, intermittent fasting, testing those out, mobility training, just to see what your body craves the most. You're listening to your heart. You're standing up for yourself, even if you don't have the result yet. We're resting in the energy of the feminine, which is space, trust, love, and celebration. And learning how to take action and step into that masculine space while also honoring who we are as feelers, as people who wants to make sure that as long as we're taking action, we only do it in a way that feels good for us. The way I've seen the world, this is almost unheard of. Most people are out there still stressing, still shuffling, still running, still racing, still trying to make things happen. And I don't believe that there's anything wrong with that. But from what I really hear, when I put my ear to the ground, most people do not want that life. People want what they want, but they want it in a way that feels good for them. Not like other people, but like themselves. And it requires conversations that take time to have, that take work to have, that takes inner work to have, in order to not just hear the message, but to begin to embody and then apply that message. This is not easy work, but it's also easy work. And so I just want to celebrate you, Marilyn. I'm seeing you're here. Hello. I want to celebrate the fact that we are here doing this. We're doing this. Half of the time, it's going to feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But the truth is, you do know what you're doing. You're just learning. We're putting in the work and trying to learn, not learn a system, not learn a process, but learn ourselves. Hello. I love you so much. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. It is the most vulnerable place that we could put you in, is to be in the seat of a student when you're a grown woman. I want to celebrate your effort. I want to acknowledge your humility. I want to acknowledge your pain. I want to acknowledge the times that it worked and the times that it didn't work. I want you to know that is all part of the process. For you to still be here, to still show up with a curious heart and an open mind, that's hard. But you're here and you're ready. And we look at the world and we say, all right, what else can I do today? I learned this. I acknowledge this, and this. I honor this, and this. Now what? We'll never be done with this journey. But I do want you to have what it is that you want. And so we continue to collect, we continue to learn, we continue to instill and embody what it is that you encounter. I want to celebrate you and celebrate us. We are out here. We are doing this, having conversations that most people are not having. And I want to ask that you take some time today, and if you can, literally, just like this, when you close this phone and you put your phone down and you look around your home, you look around your car, your store, wherever you are listening to this right now, I want you to look around at the physical objects, the physical people, the physical things that are right in front of you. And I want you to point at it and say, I see you, and I like this about you. It could be anything. You could literally speak to the bed in your bedroom and say, I see you, and I just love how large you are. If it's messy, if it's dirty, skip that part. What is the greatness that that object carries? If it's your water bottle, you see your water bottle on your countertop. I see you, and I love that you carry hydrating fluids for me and make it convenient for me to walk around with. I love that about you. I love the color that you are. I love the size that you are. I love that you fit in the car cup holder in my car versus my other water bottles. I like you. Speak greatness. And when you're really feeling good, I'd love for you to do this with some people in your life. Walk up to them. If you feel comfortable enough, you can grab their face and say, I see you, and I love this about you. But if you're not comfortable, don't touch them. Just point at them and say, hey, I just want you to know, I see you, and I really love your work ethic. I really love how quiet you are in meetings. I can tell you're thinking a lot. I really love being a coworker with you. You're just such a useful person. Hey, I really want you to know I see you, and I can kind of sense you might be having a hard day, but I love that you're still here and you're trying your best. I see that in you. I want you to feel the shift. Feel the shift that you have when you start speaking life into the objects and the people around you. When you're done, I want you to spend some time turning inward towards you. And if you can literally set a timer on your phone and do for 2 minutes, 120 seconds, say, I see you, and I love how you showed up on that Zoom call today. I love that you didn't speak that negative thought that you were thinking to that person. I love the shoes that you chose to wear today. I love that you showed up on that Facebook Live. I love that you ended up smiling at the person you can't stand. I love that you fixed your hair the way you did today. I love that you still are wanting to pursue your business even if you haven't gotten the result yet. I love that you are still trying to go after your health. I love X, Y, and Z about you. I love it. I see it. I'm speaking that greatness over you. I honor it. Say this to yourself. Celebrate you. celebrate you. Because in the line of visibility, visibility first sounds like it's about being seen by others. But when you can see yourself, being seen by others becomes just a bonus. If you can see yourself and you can see others, find the greatness. Attune your eye to great. All the negative, all the bad, all the not working, all of that's just going to fall off to the wayside. And before you know it, because you're diligent, because you're attuned, because your standards are in one line, you will find that your life all of a sudden is just going to seem to just always be great. And this is what we want. This is health. This is alignment. So Marilyn, I love you. Oh, thank you for having the courage to talk about subjects people don't have language for. This journey has been a pleasure with you as my coach. Okay, now I'm going to cry. So I feel seen. And I just want to thank you, Marilyn, for saying that. That means the absolute world to me. You have no idea. You have no idea. Celebrate us. We get to celebrate us. We're celebrating ourselves. We're celebrating others. And then you will see that other people will begin to celebrate you back. So let's bring honor. Let's bring strength. Let's bring intentionality into our journey. I do not want you to get to where you're trying to go and just get there. It's not going to work, because you'll get there without the strength of knowing how to celebrate, finally having what you want, and it will fall away from you. If you can celebrate moments along your path, learn how to love who you are at every weight that you are. Learn how to love yourself at every failure that you make. Learn how to love yourself at every success that you have. When you finally get to your goal, whether it's income, relational, or health, you get there and you'll be able to stay there because you've built your foundation on honor and intentionality and celebration. Your life's going to just feel like a good time. And that's what I would call a healthy life. So ladies, with that being said, Marilyn, I want to thank you for being here live. Everyone else who's watching the replay, I just want to celebrate you as well. Guys, we did this and we're going to be moving into impact next month. So impact is the third pillar. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with pillars, this is what we've been covering for the last 6 months. So there's plenty of videos to dive in on these themes and concepts. Every pillar has 2 pieces. So every pillar has 2 months worth of content. And so each pillar stacks on top of the other. The first one was about presence, your aura, your being, your identity, your willingness to take care of yourself, which is what health is. And then your visibility, which is when you really know who you are and you love it and you can feel that you are affecting the atmosphere of everywhere you go. Then you realize, oh my gosh, I'm visible. Like people can see me, and it's also because I can see me. When you're visible consciously and you know that everywhere you go, you've got a message to share. You think a thought, you share it, and you can do that consistently, irregardless of the spaces that you're in. Now you're ready for the third pillar. The third pillar is you creating impact. Every leader's intention is to create impact wherever she goes. So what we want is we want effortless impact. We want it to feel natural. We want it to almost feel like an accident, like, oops, I impacted you, and oops, I impacted you. We don't want you to have to force impact or try to persuade people into impact. We want just you being you creates impact. And so when you have the other 2 pillars in a solid form, creating impact is really one of the easiest things that you can do. So we'll talk about that over the next few months, and I'll share with you what the 2 pieces of impact are. I can tell you if more money, more success, expanded business, and all of the above is what you're looking for, this is the part that you're going to be wanting to tune into. So if you guys know anybody who wants the holistic approach to health, leadership, and all things good, I'd love for you to invite them into this community. We all get to continue to grow together, and we can celebrate our next milestone once we get to the next phase. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next Thursday. Here's to becoming more active and attractive. I love you, and I'll see you next week.